What's up, Raiders? It's your boy Groovinator here, and I've gone through all of the emotions with Hellboy. You know, first when I found out that they weren't going to make Hellboy 3, I was angry. I made comments. I was all over. I was on social media. I was like, how can they do this? You know, they can't have Ron Perlman and Guillermo del Toro make Hellboy 3, which is something I've been looking forward to ever since I saw Hellboy 2. I was like, I can't wait to see 3. But because Hellboy 2 didn't make all of the money, despite it getting actually pretty good critical response, people didn't turn out to see Hellboy 2. Well, let's just say everybody didn't turn out to see Hellboy 2, probably because of when it came out. It came out, I think, post Iron Man, Dark Knight. You know, people had moved to different types of superhero movies, so it's understandable. But Hellboy 2 was an amazing movie, and I was really looking forward to Hellboy 3, and then it didn't happen. I was very angry. I was like, how can you not let those people make this awesome movie, right? But like I said, it didn't make all of the money. So Lionsgate, in their infinite wisdom, decided to reboot the franchise, because that needed to happen. So they rebooted it with David Harbour, and I wasn't really all that upset about David Harbour. I mean, definitely the role belongs to Ron Perlman, but I also like David Harbour. I'm a big Stranger Things fan, obviously. So David Harbour, okay, cool, all right, fine, whatever. And then I kind of decided, you know, I'll be cautiously optimistic about it. Then I saw that first trailer. I was like, oh wow, yeah, that really doesn't look good, right? And I was like, yeah, I'm probably not going to see that one. Then I saw the second trailer. And the second trailer was a lot of fun. I'm like, okay, this might actually be something. I'll definitely go check this out. And I did. I checked it out, and it sucked. All the best stuff was in the second trailer. It didn't get any better than that. It just is it's a shallow husk of what it used to be. So it's no secret at this point that the movie has bombed, and it's also very sad that this movie has pretty much doomed the franchise. There'll probably never be another Hellboy movie, not for like 1,000 years, all right? So there will be no Ron Perlman. There will be no Guillermo del Toro. And that's the other sad thing is Guillermo del Toro's very next movie was The Shape of Water, which won Best Picture. It won an Oscar. You should have frickin' let him make that movie, right? You should have let him make Hellboy 3 because I hate The Shape of Water. I'm sorry. Oscar or not, that movie kind of blows. All right, just not a big fan of it. Sorry. Don't hate me too much in the comment section. I just could not get into it. It was not for me. But I love Guillermo del Toro as a director anyway. I like a lot of his movies, and I was very sad that this happened. And, you know, this is just proof that, you know, the movie has flopped. They should have just let things go. But, you know, money dictates everything, and Hollywood is not really known for making smart decisions, especially lately. It just seems like they just keep failing backwards and backwards and backwards, or I should say failing upwards. They fail, and then they go and they make even more fail, and they spend even more money and make more fail. It's just everybody is chasing phantoms at this point. Everybody wants to be Marvel, you know, and the only thing I can applaud is the fact that they did make it an R-rated movie, but it's one of those movies that its R rating was so forced. It's like, hey guys, we're going to be rated R. We can say fuck now, and we can have blood and shit and fuck, you know? So it was just, it sucks. You know what I mean? It just didn't need to be. It just didn't need to be, and the R rating didn't save it. So here's an article by Cinebleh. All right, I just call them Cinebleh because their articles are kind of okay. They're not terrible, but they're bleh. But I'm not going to read all of this, all right? And this is basically, it's time to retire Hellboy as a film franchise. And then I can't disagree with that at this point. They had the opportunity, they fucked it up, and there's no point in going on any farther. I did a review for Hellboy on this channel. I think it got like 3 views. Nobody really cares about Hellboy, but I'm going to do it anyway because it's important to me, because I liked the movies, you know what I mean? Like, I probably at some point should go and read the comic books because I like what they did with those movies. I had the 2 animated movies. Those were good too. I liked it. It just, those characters were interesting to me. You know, it was something that was refreshingly different. But, you know, as it says right here on Cineblend, the reboot is bombed. As it already been mentioned, the new Hellboy movie's definition of a cinematic disappointment. It's only made, 20 million worldwide. 14% on Rotten Tomatoes. So yeah, that's shitty. The Hellboy reboot had potential to not only launch a new Hellboy film series, but also expand into a comic cinematic universe reminiscent of the Dark Horse comic source material with folks like Lobster Johnson. Yeah, that was my favorite part of the movie. Was it not yours? Lobster Johnson! No. That was sarcasm, all right? And the members of the Bureau of Paranormal Research, yes, the other members of the Paranormal Research and Defense sucked, okay? We went from having Fishman and Fire Lady to Cheetah Dude and Lady That Spits Ghosts. It was not pretty, guys. It sucked, all right? Those people were not fun at all. That was one of my biggest gripes about the movie, is that his sidekicks were awful. Like, they didn't do anything for David Harbour at all. There was absolutely zero chemistry at all. It was all forced. It felt like I was watching a bad video game cutscene most of the movie. But yeah, so that's what, Hellboy 3 isn't happening. This was the biggest disappointment of all. Fans are claiming for years that the character would be rebooted, but Ron Perlman's version to return. Both Perlman and Guillermo del Toro expressed interest numerous times in making Hellboy 3. Yes, they did. Especially Ron Perlman. Ron Perlman was the kind of class act that put on all of this makeup and costume to go sit with a boy in a hospital. This was his role, man. He was born to do this. He was so good in it, all right? It's part of what made me like the movie so much, is that he was so fucking likable. I mean, really, like, you don't expect to like somebody with a face like this, but he made it work. He's just like a big bear and you want to hug him, right? So, yeah, it worked. And the first two movies certainly planted to Seed's explosive trilogy career, namely the Hellboy's destiny to become the Beast of the Apocalypse. Those two tried their best to get a threequel off the ground, but in February 2017, Del Toro stated that Hellboy 3 100% would not happen, and the reboot was announced soon after. And yeah, most of us were angry, and it looks like that anger carried over into the box office finish. So, animation's already been destroyed. Look, if you guys haven't seen these, they're really good. If you like the movies, they're that caliber. These were awesome. I have them on Blu-ray. I highly recommend them if you can find them. A lot of people are kind of fickle about their animation, and that's understandable, but it is actual animation. It's not like CG computer shit. It's actual hand-drawn stuff. It's good. It's really good. So, it's a better fit for TV. This, I would actually have to agree. If they would have done with Ron, what I really wanted them to do was to take the Ron Perlman series and put it on Netflix, honestly. Even the David Harbour one, if they would have maybe put on Netflix, it might have done okay. It might have done better, but they did not do that. So, HBO or Starz, no, don't do Starz, all right? Because Starz did not do good with Ash vs. Evil Dead, and I dropped that channel like a heartbeat right after they canceled Ash vs. Evil Dead. That sucked. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about it. It's a sad day for Hellboy. The movie flopped. They shouldn't have done the reboot. I kind of called it. This is one of those ones where I actually kind of wanted it to succeed. I wanted to believe. I wanted to not be negative and hope that it would have done good, but it didn't, and it sucks. Anyways, so what do you guys think about Hellboy? This is the last Hellboy video I'm ever going to do, I promise, because I know they're not very popular on my channel. But, hey, if you like the video, click like on the video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. I've kind of stalled on my subscription base. I really need your help. I'd like to get up to 1,000 so I can start doing live streams and shit like that, all the fun stuff. So if you could go ahead and do that, that'd be a huge help. Make sure you check out our website at www.raiderslostflix.com. Make sure you follow me on Twitter if you want to get some more news, updates, and whatnot. Twitter link is in the end of this video. You can click there. You guys have yourselves a groovy day, and this is the Groovinator signing out. Peace. Derp, I almost forgot. Only in Tennessee would you ever see a marquee like this where they change it to Heck Boy. Hey, you all want to see that Heck Boy movie that's rated R? Heck Boy. You guys have yourselves a good one.